Hello everyone, it's Sloth here. Today I thought, what would you guys enjoy on the channel? Because we've done so many decks lately, and I realized that we didn't play Mono Black Control since forever, and that's one of the most beloved archetypes overall, for a good reason. And I think this will be the build that you will really like. Also, we will smork some Mono Red, we will have some epic games with epic twists, so if that sounds like fun to you, I think you will really enjoy. And if it sounds like fun to you, maybe it's worth to subscribe today and get daily content like this. And yeah, let's just go into games, guys. You probably just want to see it in action, so hopefully you will have a great time. So enjoy. Alright, let's go. That's a promising hand. I hope we will be able to play Arena with no interruptions. The fact that you can clear the board with Go for the Throat before casting Arena is huge, because you kinda need to take one turn off. And let's go like this. It also gives us priority, so our opponent doesn't really know what we have. And that's Golgari. I think we should be able to outvalue them. Unless they tear us under it immediately. Huh, you want your butt, huh? It's sad that it's not a human. So, that's an interesting one. I really want the Arena. They will see our hand, which is not great for us, because we have very specific answers like Liliana, and if they play into it with like Glissa, we win the game nearly. However, I want to take this turn off to set up for the rest of the game, so I just really want a clear board. I don't want to risk anything, you know? If they took Arena, I would have to break my turn and play completely different game. Alright. I wish he drew a card, man. That would be death sentence for them. I mean, isn't this a win already? They have empty board, and I have Planeswalker, and with Arena I can gladly keep discarding every turn. Like, we are not yet winning, but it's nearly there. Perfect. Just play the creature. Alright. 1, 2. Alright, let's play this one. And let's start the discard. I will go for the land. Worst case, we can use Takenuma. And we don't need as many lands, especially that we are drawing 2 cards a turn, so, you know, we can just go with it. This one will be interesting. We can go with the Foundry. Parasitic Grasp. I really would love to draw, would love to play Sorin, but this will be a little bit brutal. I think we play Sheoldred. We could also kill the Dread Knight. Killing the Dread Knight is nice. Alright, let's make sure that Liliana survives. Not the most efficient play. We are wasting 2 mana this turn, because we don't have anything to fill the hole, but I think it's good. They're also drawing some extra cards, but Arena is 0 mana. Their plays are 2 mana, generally 4 mana to replay it, so it slows them down quite a bit. And yes, we have less cards, but we also have more stuff in the board. Alright, sure. If they miss a land, that's absolutely brutal, but they probably won't. Cottage. Alright, we need to get into this removals, gameplay. And let's get those sweet cards, because we definitely need them. Alright, this is definitely a land now. So I could sacrifice Liliana and get rid of the Dread Knight. And then go Ashiok, which means they cannot kill it. Not normally, at least. You know what? I kinda like it. I think it's good enough. Like, this is a tempo play we can absolutely use right now. And like, Golgari is great at killing creatures, so that's why I really want to have something that has a buff power of this creature. And this is also the reason I'm plussing. This is a land for the next turn, or Celestus for the next turn. So if this stays, I prefer land. Also, this gives better ultimate potential. Not sure if that is the best call, but I think it's a good call. With the information we have, we cannot know for sure. They will just edict it one day. But Arena is kicking in, and you can start feeling the different. You know, they're still ahead in the cards, but they have always empty board. And we have also more lands than them, and we are closing. After like 1-2 turns, we should start being ahead. And this is where you will feel that they're slowly getting out of gas. Mana is super important, because we both can play all the cards from our hand. Like, we have infinite value. We just need as much stuff as possible. Alright, they're fighting. I would love some removal right now. Thank you. Good, good. Man, this hand. This hand is interesting. How much do we have? I would love some good cards, man. And that's not them. Those are not good cards. Sure. Well, that's a full whiff. That makes things harder. So I could go Sorin and force them to split the damage. Or we can go Shelly, but if they have Go for the Throat, it's really cheap for them. So they have this. Yeah, if they play land, they can Go for the Throat, activate the Cottage, and attack with 3 creatures. Probably everything on face, right? Oh, I wish I had 8 mana. We have Mishra's Foundry. That's something, you know? That's something. I think this should be this. This will make attacking so hard for them. It's not about if they can kill Planeswalker, but how do they play around everything we can do, because we can... Oh no. Oh no, this will be colorless. Oh, I don't have Mishra's Foundry. Right, because I can activate this with 2 mana and then block and then use this 1 mana. The problem is I need to use the colorless mana. Here's the cut down. Easy. But now they have 2 planes. Well, man, this is the best removal they could have for this one. Just because it doesn't really cost them anything. Oh my god, they went to attackers without activating the Cottage. Alright. This is a nice visual stuff. We have to kill Glissa then. 2, 4. I mean, that's a start. That's a start. See? Already, like, we were ahead in cards this turn. I hope they don't play Tamiya Safekeeping. They usually never do. Only I did this version, but, you know, you can never be fully sure. And we have another Sorin. That was good turn for them thanks to the cut down, but they didn't get the full value. I wonder what the next card is. Sheoldred? It feels like Shelly. Exactly. Alright. This will hurt. This will hurt. Let's take all the damage in the world. Alright, so how do we do it? I can get it to 3-4, but it doesn't change too much. I can play my Shelly, but they will have removal knowing life. I think we need more cards, man. Thank you. This is exactly... Like, we have a lot of removal in this deck, so we should absolutely hit one in like 4 cards. And yeah, then we can get this. So we have 2 cards for removal here, or 2 mana for removal. 6 mana. Alright. I mean, this should do it. We could also go Sheoldred, in case they don't have removal. Yeah, I think this is the time. I think this is the time. Manual taps can give away what we have. And I mean, minus doesn't change anything. This makes things harder, right? Man, instantly. I'm sure they will have the perfect answer. Right? It's not possible they actually whiff on Shelly and this stays. Come on, man, if this stays, they're in so much trouble. Alright. Not the end of the world, but that means no mana for removal. Oh, they will do it.
Tend to regret it.
Right. Alright. This might get ugly very quickly, but we have to go for this. Yep. Yes. Yes, Arena. I really would love to do it. So you don't need to have spare mana because you are not attacking. It's still a creature. You just need it transformed. And that's, you know, protects the Sheoldred. Instantly. Not a I told you, it's not possible they will whiff. Like, I know my stuff, alright? It's just not possible for them to whiff. Oh man, I think they knew about it and they wanted to get a better value, right? Because they didn't have other plays, it seems. And that's why we stacked so much loyalty on Ashiok. Even if they attack with everything, they cannot kill it. And that's huge. Alright, we have Path of Peril, by the way, but we don't have Celestus. Alright, so let's go for the efficient removal first to save our life. Only 2 damage acquired, or 3, and now we draw normally. A land is a good draw. And now we need to think, well, this is really nice. So we get rid of the token, another problem solved. And now, how many cards? 33. Yeah, I think we should go for the ultimate play. Should we? We can kill Liliana with Mishra's Foundry, and I really want to do it. So we will have 3 mana. We have to exile a card then. Let's draw a card. now, really. I don't think we want to draw more. I also don't have white mana, so I still will exile this, right? If they kill Arena, I might need a backup one. And Ashiok is still at 5, so that means Cottage cannot kill it. So let's get rid of Liliana, she is a pain. And this is an artifact, so even if they have Go for the Throat, they cannot use it. If they had Cut Down, then they could, but you know. Man, do I really go Arena? No, I just try to kill it. Then he has no pressure. And Ashiok takes over the game and exiles enough library so we win in the mill game. I think that's the plan. What about the live game? It doesn't really matter. If we win, we just overwhelm him. So, go. Alright, this is a good target for exiling. Thank you, Arena, for being great target for exiling for different cards. Alright. And now the only pressure they have costs 5 mana a turn. Absolutely. So we will have to play another Ashiok to get ultimate, but we can still get some value from this one, right? And we'll have a blocker for the next turn, so like for 0 mana, so that will make things even easier. Alright, we just need to make sure that we don't mill ourselves. All the arenas right now. Honestly, this should take a land. Let's see what we hit. Alright, go for the throat, definitely. That's a good card. Even though it's not what we wanted, it's good. And you know what? I think we can start making those vampires. Then they will feel they are forced to go for the throat. At least one. Next turn we can make 3 creatures and just replay Ashiok and then try to protect it. I think that's a good plan. Do we go with Life of Toshiro? It might be useful at some point, right? Even for the pump spell, like it can deal 2 damage at every of the first 2 chapters, so I think it's good. Man, I think we got this game. Like, they got insane amount of fuel thanks to this Dread Knight, so they sacrificed tempo for value, and that's why they went slowly early game and so hard mid game, right? Because it's kind of mid-range deck. But now we are in the end game. That sounded cool. And yeah, you can feel that we have everything in the board more. We have more lands and we have better creatures. Map token is decent for them, but if they activate it, we probably use Go for the Throat immediately, so they cannot skip draw. Like, if you have a land on top, you will draw it next turn, my friend. Enjoy. And now they cannot go for the cottage. We are taking over the board. And you know what? I want to close the game. Oh, that's an interesting draw. Let's go. This is our army. When we want, we can be also super aggressive. And let's go with Life of Toshiro. That creates some extra power. Let's go for this guy. I want to make those lethals, man. That's a lot of damage already. 8 damage, and it will only get better from this point. Do I go with Liliana? Which, of course, I should do as first thing, because then they don't know what's up. I still think it's worth it. I don't need this arena. And this creates some extra pressure. So this was a misplay. I should do it first, because then he wouldn't know what the... Oh boy, he has 2, right? That's the only explanation. And that is the top deck. So he had 2 Malicious Malfunction. This is a good card. That's why he was forced to discard it. And he would double play it, right? So he would sweep the board if we didn't do it. That's pretty huge. Let's go for the lifelink, because he has no cards, so I'm not risking that I force him to kill this one. Let's play this. Let's go Ashiok. And we keep Liliana on her loyalty. So we can win with the damage. That means we can go absolutely aggressive. And you can see that Mishra's Foundry really adds up to the pressure. Every turn it's just 2 more. And they are tapped enough so they cannot get out their stuff. Yeah, you can highlight all you want, man. You have 1 mana to level. Oh, you can do it, absolutely. But it doesn't do much, right? And they're at 3, and we are at 24. And this is where I like, you know, our spot. Oh, that doesn't change anything, because they don't have the card that answers it, but it still hurts. Alright. Oh boy. I mean, this... I hope it's not a control deck, alright? I hope it's not a control deck. It's not a control deck. So what we are going with? Geeks Command. We probably won't hit with Cut Down, and we'd have a dead turn too. So it's still not worse for our opponent, but we'll be able to Geeks Command pretty quickly. Oh man, we actually will get the cheek. Very good gameplay by our opponent. He knows that Swift Spear is better than the cheek overall, so we want the counter on the worst creature. So they are kinda equal in case your opponent has a removal. I mean, which one we kill? I think this one, but I'm not sure. Like, this will be 2 power or higher every turn very easily. Well, this is interesting. But let's go with Celestus. That will help. Like, it's so hard to find a turn to set up Celestus that if you have it, you just take it. They will probably go for maximum damage, and that will leave Swift Spear at 2 power. Well, bro. Listen, I'm not sure if you will like my next turn. Just in case. Well, that was a nice board. Man, when they play... It has haste, right? A nerf. It gains haste, yeah. What are you? Let's read it. Flying haste. Alright. I think I know the drill. So we will go with Liliana. It should, to be absolutely honest, it should probably go be Mirrex, not Swamp. But I think this is okay. They don't have 5 mana for the Dragon Engine. And this kinda happens when, you know, someone took the, you know, the core of the deck from a competitive deck and just added some fluff. And that makes the deck worse. Alright, double Kumana. So Liliana had pretty much no chance. And we probably play it. Oh man. Like, come on, I have to use it. Mirrex, go. Man, this is so good. Unfortunately, we don't go into the night tag, but we kinda have to go with this one, man. It's so good. And now they kinda have to play a creature with haste, which we kill, right? Because they get double counter on this turn. Never mind, scrap that thought. But we got the Vampire, and the Vampire is pretty huge in this kind of matchup. Hopefully it will be huge this matchup. Let's see the last creature. They are at 4. This is a little bit scary. So they are one draw from the Dragon Engine, and we need to be prepared. And that's definitely a super countered creature, man. Like, oh man, they are good at Magic, what can I say? But we are also pretty good at Magic. We are not very good at Magic, so what do we do? It's double strike, right? Yeah, so we cannot really block, but we can hold both Kumanos at bay while cycling cards. Like, we know they will flip, right? We need to get into good stuff because you can see what's up. Like, just absolute flute fest. So, hopefully he will win and draw like a cheek. Instead, he instantly draws a card that gives him, I believe, 3 new cards, right? Of course. Well, Mono-Red never whiffs, it's only for control it seems. And this is the attack he should do. Cool. And that ends the turn. Well, that's super unfortunate that he didn't whiff for a single turn right now. Especially after Devastator play. Alright, this is good. This is something we hopefully needed. So how do we play with this one? The problem is that they can deal so much damage probably on the next turn. I'm not sure how to play with this one. I want some new cards, man. If I hit Path of Peril, I could play. I think we just go for cards, man. Exile one of them. Well, definitely not. You know what? This is something. So I can get 1 card or 1 creature.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault.
They probably drew 1 land, and they don't need more than 5 in the whole deck. Let's go for this. And it's still hard to kill Liliana because they need to allocate either 2 creatures or 1 creature and, you know, risk that moment. Decline respectfully. I lost train of thought. But yeah, they basically need to still assume that we can save Liliana if we want to, so they need to over-attack her, and like it's kind of the same because we are not defending her. And here it is. But it cannot kill Ashiok, and that's my favorite part about plussing Planeswalkers. Sure, you got it. Because if we can draw 2 out of 3 cards, even my draws will get better at some point. Maybe. Hopefully. It's something, you know? It's something. So if I cut down, I can start attacking. But I think our win con is protecting Ashiok. And we keep the cut down, so we don't do anything. We cycle the card. When we get through the flute... Oh yes, that's the card. This is what we wanted. Alright, this is a win con. And we're at 10, so it won't be easy for them to kill us. Especially that we still have 1 chump blocker. Alright. 1 damage. Ashiok not ultimating, but it wouldn't anyway, right? So we can take a lot of damage. Hopefully they won't be able to kill us. With Vampire I don't think it's possible, unless they get some insane combination of cards. But they only have 2. We probably need a removal for the next turn still. And I think they double spelled, right? Well, this is rough. But it has to be attacking. They didn't go for it. Well, that's super sus. So, monstrous thingy. It will give +2, because I believe it's the Wicked Roll again. Oh no, that's... Is that Wicked Roll? What was the roll? They still get +1/+1, but oh, they get trample from the card, not from the roll, I believe. So it only buffs them by 2. If that's the plan... Yeah, I think they have something, right? Otherwise, why wouldn't you take the cheek? I don't believe Mono-Red can misplay so hard, so they have to have something. Here it is. So, we have to unfortunately kill it. This denies us the life gain, so that's pretty rough. but it denies them the card as well. Still, a lot of damage, unfortunately. And we need to kill this one because we cannot defend on air so long. And I'm not sure, I think they double spread, right? We decline. Is there anything better than Shelly? Geek's command is pretty good. So let's draw. Maybe we get something. This is also pretty good. Oh man, hard choice because this is flying lifelinker. And that's pretty huge. I have 7 mana, so I can live gain with Sheoldred immediately. Oh man, I'm not sure if that's the right choice, but I'll try it. I will try it. Yeah, I have 8 mana total, so I can play Shelly and draw a card immediately. But I would rather to hit a removal. Well, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I know, man. I know. Believe me. I know. But land is still a little bit better, I believe. At least in this spot. And what can we do? This is 3 life. This is 2 life. So I think we just attack with Mirrex, right? Because we cannot defend anyway, so it doesn't make huge difference. It doesn't make huge difference anyway. If I play Toshiro, I cannot use Mirrex anyway, or Celestus, so let's just go with it. That means we have to go for the card. Well, that's probably the card. So we are back to 7, and we have a Chomp Blocker with lifelink, and Sheoldred on ground. Warfare. Extremely scary card. And the Cheek. Extremely scary card. Is that enough to kill us? I don't think so. Bro? Like that doesn't kill us. So we go to 1 and get back to 3 and then I think we won. He didn't have enough to kill us. And he has 0 cards. I will draw just so I can trigger Shelly. And we can double play and they are not killing this one, so we just go with it. And at some point we'll draw a removal spell, maybe. Someday. Alright, it's still a blocker, so I'll take it. And they're in pure top deck mode, right? So it's not very good for them. Alright, and I played 2 spells, I believe, right? No, only 1. But I can play 2 spells, and that's good. So let's take this mana. We force Nighttime. You can see how much we can do with Celestus, man. And this is pretty good. But we need to cast it right now if we want to use it. I mean, they probably won't be able to deal so much damage, but I want to make sure that they cannot. So we are actually playing this. This is live game. And on the next turn, it will be even better. Kumano will flip, so we definitely attack with this. I don't think we attack with Sheoldred. You can see how much we can live gain. We can absolutely outvalue one of his cards. And we are drawing just to trigger a Shelly. Because even if we discard, we still drew it. And you can see we went up to 16 from 1. And they have 1 silly card, so the game is basically over. Oh, you don't like Sorin? And we live gain more. Up to 8. Man, we'll get back to 20 with this one. That's crazy. I actually don't want to mill myself. That's how much I'm not scared of Mono Red right now. Let's get the live gain, or do we pressure? If we pressure hard, maybe we can kill him. You know what? Let's change things a little bit. We play this. We activate this. And we show our opponent what's up when he fights control. He has only 1 free block, but that's a lot of damage then. he should know, like, mono red players usually use Foundry at some point, so they should know how it works. So 11 damage, that means shell. Mono red, man, I tell you, mono red players, they just don't know how to block, alright? And if you are a mono player that knows how to block, you are great. And they literally just gave us lethal because they didn't want to block. Alright, I'll take my win and leave. Alright, here we have really nice draw. We just need to hit the third land and activate Arena and we should be fine. And our opponent is so good at Magic that he goes around card designed against his deck because come on. Hopefully it's a 1-drop twice, because if that's Feldon, our adversary, our removal doesn't even work, which is absolutely crazy, man. And like literally the removal designed to beat aggro decks doesn't work against them. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. So this will be a problem. That means they get one, basically they time up for free. On top of 1 mana to 2 with haste. And that's probably it, man. We have to go for Shelly and Celestus because this will be so hard to recover. Like, things are not going good. And I'm not sure if even, man, we are also on the draw. And this is a sideboard card for a control deck. Deck that they probably don't meet at all. So it's as wild as it gets. Let's go for 3 and use this cut down as a fodder to mitigate part of the damage. Like, we need to be super conservative because it's not looking great right now. With this we can still cut down and we can also play Sheoldred on the next turn, even if we whiff on the land, which is super important. Like, we need to go Sheoldred and they need to not have the answer. And if that's the case, there is still a chance. I should pass one more turn, because now they can Monstrous Rage. And there is a chance they would do it on the Kumano, because that stays. So, you know, even if I don't get punished, that was a misplay. Actually, you know, not a serious one in, like, competitive environment, because players will know how to play. But if you meet weaker player, that was free upside that you just didn't use. Let's go. Shelly, you need to carry this. So hard. So hard. Well, it's a great racing tool, and Forge is only for racing. We can throw him down a lot. However, we need to kill him as well. That's the problem. And you know what? I think we'll do it. This is kinda scary. Not gonna lie. They cannot use Frenzy. The best they can do is Lightning Strike. So let's play around Lightning Strike because I really need Sheoldred. And with March we should be absolutely fine. They can kill creature that we use. Oh man, this is a very nice draw. This is actually a very nice draw. They definitely do not want to split the damage right now. And we instantly get 2 vampires, basically. Well, I think we won. Like, he won't be able to outrace us. Man, I didn't think we'll recover so nicely. It's only play with fire. Okay, I think this one will be 2 power, so perfect block for our vampire. That will mitigate some of the damage, but of course, extremely strong turn. And as Mono Red does, some perfect answers. This goes perfectly around Vampire and perfectly kills Sorin, so as good as it gets. I mean, I could kill one of the creatures. So it's 5 damage. I think we keep the March and we go super powered mode. It's 2 turn lethal, right? 6 and 6. So we need to survive 1 turn. And we have Vampire for it, so it should be okay. Oh man. That's huge. Well. That should do it. And sacrifices a creature with the highest power. And here's our new lifelinker. It's only for this turn, so we need to attack. If I attack with everything, it's 10 damage, right? So not enough. So we still go for 2-turn lethal. And enjoy! You need to deal 14 damage or draw a Frenzy. This has to be Frenzy. Well, it's 6-7, so even Frenzy doesn't work, right? Let's mitigate the most damage. No reason not to. We are killing him on the next turn. To be fair, I should probably not block it. But I like blocking stuff, alright? This way I'm sure I win. But he could play a creature and block Shelly, and that would give him extra turn. So that was a slight misplay as well. I'm not playing Arena in this particular situation, but... well, we don't need it. Like, we are winning on board. And... man, back to 20. And let's have some fun with our mono-red friend. Alright, man, this started so horribly and we somehow won this. I cannot believe that. Alright guys, after the games, and let's review this deck. And honestly, I hope you had a great fun, because mono-red didn't. So for me, that means I had a lot of fun. Especially the blocker guy, like he was playing some 4D chess right there, and I still don't understand it. So about the deck, it seems to be performing nicely against mono-red, which isn't a huge surprise. And you will ask, but Sloth, why are you playing for Sheoldred as the only creature in the deck? It just is a fodder to removal. I mean, yeah, but also if you have Sheoldred in the board, you are probably winning the game in like 4 turns. So this is, I went down to 2 or even 1, I believe, at some point, and I just realized that I don't kill my opponents. I have good control over the game, but I cannot close the games as well. And this forces a go for the throat or something similar, or your opponent loses the game. On top of being super nice synergy with Arena and life gaining as much as we want. You have seen, man, we went from life 1 to life like 15, 16. It's crazy how much it synergizes. And Celestus, man, I know I'm using this card a lot, but I want to give a shout out. This card is so much better than originally you could think. Like, it's insane, and even the ramp is so huge. Like, if you have 1-drops together with Celestus, so you kinda set up the next part of the game, but you don't whiff on a removal every turn, and just cast Cut Down or Smite, this is insane. And with Sheoldred, life gaining 3, man, you can potentially life gain 6 with paying 3 mana if you go from nighttime to daytime and don't cast anything. This is 6 life gain basically passively on top of cycling cards. Man, I got so excited about Celestus, I shouldn't. I also tried Raska, but I think Ashiok is a little bit cheaper and a little bit more resilient, because it can create blockers and, you know, you don't need to protect him as much, and sometimes it's not easy to protect all the planeswalkers. So I was pretty happy with the deck. We went 50-50, so we won the same amount as we lost. We didn't play too many games, I think it was like 6, so not a huge sample, but you know, I think this is where the deck is. Alright, and that's pretty much where the rambling should end, I believe. So yeah, if you're a mono black fan, I think this will, you know, scratch the itch. It's a solid deck with a lot of answers to everything, and Planeswalkers will make most of your matchups, like, you know, balance, because they can do very well against control and they can do very well against aggro decks. Especially with so much removal, Liliana -2 can be absolutely game winning against any kind of, you know, 2-3 drop and higher. So hopefully you had a great fun. If you are unsubscribed, please consider it. That helps the channel and supports it in meaningful way. That was so smooth. Alright guys, thank you for being here. You are absolutely awesome, and thank you for watching until the end. So yeah, see you tomorrow.
With